Hey everybody, welcome to another installment, Keep My Five Alive. Today I'm bringing you a couple things that I got from Wish. Camping hammock and a tarp for it. Trying to save a little money just to see if we can, help to do that. Because this, getting all this stuff together, all this preparedness and camping stuff and whatever you might want to call it can be very expensive. So I'm going to start trying to do a series of videos to try to save some money. Some of them, like I said in my last video, are going to be spend a little more and get a lot more. I'm still working on that. So I'm going to do the camping hammock and the tarp today, and hopefully we're going to throw in some fire stuff if it arrives in time to put this video out. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So this is the camping hammock and tarp that I got from, this is actually the tarp that I got from Wish. Pretty cool little items, I guess. They look like it anyway. Haven't set them up yet, so don't really know what's going to happen with them, but I'm hoping they work out good. Of course, I'm going to get in it and test it, and hopefully it'll hold me up. I'm about 220 pounds, working on getting that down, by the way. But if it'll hold me up, it should hold up most people, unless you're, way bigger than me. But yeah, let's show you what's in this first. I have kind of already looked inside this. It comes with some straps to hang it from trees. I wish that they had maybe had loops in the ends of it, or sometimes you can see these things with several loops along the length of the strap where you can attach a beaner to it and don't have to worry about it. But what I'm going to do when I put it in the tree here, I'm going to go ahead and show you. We're going to tie a what's called a ring bend in it, which is a knot that climbers use to join straps together. And basically what you do is you're just tying an overhand knot, kind of. You want to make sure you keep it flat for your most security, but you tie an overhand knot in it, and then you really just follow through the other end of the strap through the overhand knot backwards from which way the first one went, and it makes a pretty strong joint here. It's like I said, climbers use it. It's pretty trusted. It's a strong knot. It's not going to come apart, and of course I didn't put a whole lot of weight on it just then, but generally very easy to untie, just because of the nature of it. Just once you work it loose, you just pull that one strap out and the whole thing comes apart. So yeah, that's how we're going to attach it to the tree, and let's get started and see how this goes and what this thing looks like. So I'm sure you can tell I've had to change locations from where I was originally going to do this, because the straps it comes with are not long enough to fit around the trees I was going to use to start with. So thanks for that, Wish. Like I said, sometimes you buy cheaper stuff, you just get cheaper stuff. So, not a big deal. I can always get some more straps. I would like to get some of those straps they call tree savers anyway. They're wider straps. It's supposed to be less harmful to the trees, and of course we don't want to damage anything, leave no trace and all. So yeah, let's get started in the new location. These should fit around these trees just fine. So that rope that it came with is not paracord. Guess I didn't really pay attention to that. It did have a disastrous result. Let me show you a quick clip of that. And that's what happens when you try to use nylon cord. What I do with it, I guess this is just made for putting up the bug screen, but this is just nylon cord. It did not hold my weight, obviously. Like I said, 220 pounds, give or take, and it didn't like that. So I've got it ripped up. It actually rigged up. It actually pulled that strap tight enough to where it'll reach that one now, and I did put some paracord on the other side, actual paracord. So let's try this again, see what happens. Yeah, nothing's perfect in the world of making videos. I feel better about this time. Probably should have got it the other way. Oh yeah, there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. I could sleep in this. Got a bug screen. You don't have to worry about mosquitoes eating you all night. This is actually pretty decent. I kind of like this. I might have to get another one of these. This is too comfortable. I better get up. I will probably fall asleep if I don't. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. It's a little narrow. The more expensive ones might be wider, give you a little bit more room. But I could sleep in that. That was very comfortable. So yeah, let's put that rain fly over it now. I think I'm done with getting in it for now. Because once I put that on there, you wouldn't be able to see me get in anyway. I just want to see what this thing looks like. So let's check it out. So this is my rain fly. I bought this separately. The hammock, I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. I think it was about $18. This was like $12. So for right at 30 bucks, you get a pretty good sleep system so far from what I can tell. This is supposed to be a huge, oh yeah, this thing's big. It's not really aluminized. It is silver in color. It's probably supposed to be a reflective body heat kind of deal, but it's not like one of these heat blankets. Let's see how this goes. This thing came with, again, more nylon rope, not paracord, but you don't really need paracord for the cover here. So, not too bad. First time setting up a hammock like this. There's quite the size difference between this and the hammock. I guess ideally, to use this tarp with it anyway, this waterproof tarp, you would need trees that were further apart, which means more paracord on your ends, no more hooking this in directly to the strap. You would have to stretch them out further. But it seems to work. It comes with stakes. I only use 2 of them. If it was real windy, or if I wasn't just doing this for a demonstration purpose, you could always, there's more anchor points on this. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. So you could strap it down better, keep the wind from flapping it around. But because of the bug screen part, the paracord that's holding up the bug screen here, it keeps it off of the hammock. It is resting on the bug screen. And I don't know that I like that. I would probably, like I said, first time doing this, but I would probably set the hammock up lower because I can't reach much higher than that to set the tarp up. And I assume this is going to work like a tent does. And I don't know how many of y'all are experienced campers like my family, the 5 of us are, but anything touching your tent on the inside is going to make water seep through it. Waterproof or not, I don't care how waterproof it is. Maybe some of these super high dollar North Face tents or whatever, they might not do that. I don't know. I don't spend $600 on a 2-man tent. To me, that's ridiculous. But that could be remedied real easy just by adjusting the levels. But all in all, it's great. This tarp is actually big enough that you could use that for a shelter all by itself. You can get you a, sorry about that. Some people think everybody should hear their music. But yeah, you could use this tarp for a shelter all by itself. You could set this up your lean-to fashion, your tent fashion. This is a good thing to have. Lightweight, comes with stakes, comes with nylon cord, not paracord. But yeah, I think it would be all in all effective. You can sleep under this, it would keep you dry, you'd be very comfortable, and it will keep the bugs off of you. So yeah, that's my wish purchase, camping hammock with bug screen and the tarp. And that's, you know, I just wanted to show you all that. Like I said, this is about 30 bucks total. Some of these camping hammocks start at $60 and $80. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to use this. We're going to try it out. We're going to make sure it rips, hopefully, or make sure it doesn't rip. Hopefully, I don't get woken up in the middle of the night by smacking the ground when the hammock breaks. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think that's going to happen. So that's my segment on the camping hammock. Hope you enjoyed it. And you know, just something to keep in mind. Save yourself a little bit of money. You don't need to spend a fortune on this kind of stuff. There are cheaper options out there. But remember, sometimes cheaper or less expensive really means cheaper. It's not made as well. So that is yet to be seen. All right, we are down here at the ye old fire pit. And I want to try a couple different things here. First thing I want to show you, and this goes along with my spend a little more, get a lot more concept. And the first thing is Epic Supplies Fire Assist. These are magnesium tablets. They are in like a capsule like you would see medicine in usually. They come packed in foam just like medicine with. Probably a good idea. It is. You don't want these capsules bouncing around, but they're the same kind of, you know, just like a pill. Don't take these. It's not the kind of magnesium that you need in your diet. Do not try to eat these. There is no nutrition information on here. This is not for human consumption. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at these. Adjust you a little bit here. We're gonna try a couple of them. I'm gonna try a couple different ways of lighting them. We're gonna use a Harbor Freight magnesium fire starter. This goes right along with the spend a little more, get a lot more thing. These are, again, Harbor Freight. $2.99 for these. $2.99, and you're getting magnesium, which I've already got in the pills I just showed you. But it's also got a striker rod on the side of it. So let's see how well these work. Oh, it even comes with a striker. I did not see that in the package. It was behind the magnesium block. That's cool. It's basically a hacksaw blade. So let's see how this works. So first thing I'm gonna do is try to open this up. It is there we go. Not easy to get apart, really. I'll dump that in a little pile. That is a considerable amount of magnesium. That should be enough to light pretty much any fire. Magnesium burns very hot. Let's see how this goes. Gotta get that coating off of this first. Alright, so if you get this, I'm going to suggest right away taking it apart. Of course, keep your chain so you can put it back together. Alright, so let's see how this goes here. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. It's cool how it kind of puffs up as it burns like that. That's pretty neat. And that is still burning. I think that has actually caught that wood already. Probably not safe to play move it around while it's burning like that, maybe. That worked pretty well. Doesn't burn very long, but it would light your fire. Look how hot it is. It actually welded a piece of the a small amount of the magnesium to the end of the striker there from me moving it around. But yeah, that worked pretty good. So let's see if we can light one of these. Got 30 of them. Let's use another one and see if we can light them with the Fresnel lens. Those of y'all that don't know what a Fresnel lens is, it is basically a super magnifying glass. So let's give me a different spot here. Put it over here in the sun more. These things are not really easy to open, but that's probably good that they're sealed up pretty tight. And let's see, again, going along with the spend a little more, get a lot more concept. I got 3 of these Fresnel lenses for, I think they were $6 or $7. They come in this package to protect it. There's your Fresnel lens. You can tell, you can't see it real great in the camera, but you can, yeah, I guess you can. You can see that that's doing some pretty good magnification. Now let's see if it'll like this magnesium. All you gotta do is focus your beam of light. Pretty easy. I don't know if I used to burn wood and stuff with magnifying glasses when I was a kid. Let's see if we can get that to light. Doesn't seem to be lighting it. I'm not going to give up just yet though. See if it'll burn the wood. There we go. We got the wood smoking. There it goes. Yum. Oh, losing my son. There it goes. Come on. It's trying. Look at that. Pretty cool. That worked pretty well. I'm impressed with that. Took a minute there, but seemed like I had to get the wood smoldering first, and then the wood actually is what lit the magnesium. But it did work. Probably should spread that magnesium out a little more. Might burn longer because it seems to puddle up and then kind of douse itself a little bit. All right, next thing I want to try is these fat wood sticks that I have another video on. I found in a little country store, but believe it or not, like I said in the video, Walmart has got all the fat wood you could ever want. This box is 0.05 cubic feet. I paid about $6 for it, but for like $18 at Walmart, you get 0.25 cubic feet, which is 5 times as much as that, for a little more than, or for right at 3 times what I paid for it. So you get 5 times as much for 3 times as much. And let's see if I get it. Did it make a hole in the wood here? Yeah, it did make a small hole in the wood there. And I've heard somebody say that burns hot enough that you can actually weld with it. So let's see if we can light a piece of fat wood with this thing. It's pretty windy here. I need to be on this side. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's smoldering already. I don't think it's gonna catch. Definitely smoldered. I can smell it. I would just like to see an actual flame. Of course, if you started the magnesium and set this on there, obviously it would light this fat wood right up. It's like it's just burning a hole in it. If I can get some embers in there, maybe I can nurse it into a flame. Smells good. Yeah, no, that went out as soon as I took the lens away from it. It stopped smoldering. Smells good. Just trying. I can see the sap bubbling out of it. Alright, I think maybe with some persistence you could get that to work. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I'm not going to waste 20 minutes of your time trying to do that in this video. And as you can see, it pretty much goes out as soon as I take the lens away. Next thing, same concept. These are Tender Quick fire starting tabs. This package was like 12 bucks. There's 50 of them in here. 50. And it talks all about how this is a reusable bag that holds up to 15 fluid ounces. You can store water, whatever you want to store in it. It is resealable. It's a Ziploc. So yeah, not a bad idea. You know, we want to try to, in this preparation, survival, whatever you want to call it, we try to reuse a lot of stuff. These are made by, I'm pretty sure this is 5 coal. I don't know how they say that, but that is definitely a 5 right there, and that looks like a 5 too. And these are berry compliant, and I did a small amount of research on berry compliant. Apparently that is stuff that the government is allowed to procure to use. Anybody that might know more about that, if you could elaborate on that for me, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. I'd love to hear exactly what that means. But basically you just take these things and kind of open them up, fluff them up, and it is just treated cotton. It's not waxy or greasy like it's got any kind of Vaseline or anything in it. But you kind of do like you would with jute twine. You just kind of fluff it up, get some little edges here, and again, we're gonna see if we can light this with the Fresnel lens. No, I keep switching sides on you. But being right-handed, I prefer to be on this side. So let's see what happens. Now, I gotta put my sunglasses on when I do this. That is bright. It says these will burn for 1 to 2 minutes. Of course, this is kind of primitive fire starting. Usually you have, most of the time you're going to have more than just a Fresnel lens. Just seems like it's kind of smoldering. It doesn't really look like it's igniting. There it goes. Look at that. It did work. Took a little persistence, but it definitely works. And that is burning good. Pretty cool. And we're gonna let that burn. We're gonna see if that really will burn for 1 to 2 minutes. I'm not gonna time it exactly or anything, but just a rough idea how long it'll burn. Throw this piece of fat wood on there and see what happens if I don't put it out. Yeah, she's burning. There it goes. That would definitely start your fire. Awesome. And that is still burning. That would have obviously stayed burning had I left it on there. Well, puff of wind just blew it out, but it would work. A little more care. This isn't about trying to get a fire started. I'm just showing you some options. So once again, we're gonna use one more of these and see if we can. It says it will. Pretty sure I read on here that it will, yeah, ignites easily with just a spark. Right there on the package. So let's see. Let's fluff her up. And it's just like wrapped with some kind of cord. I'm sure everybody's probably seen things like this before. I just want to show you how cheaply you can get these, because there's some people out there that say they're the boss without really calling anybody out. They say they're the boss. And you get a kit with a bunch of stuff like that, and fire strikers and magnesium tablets, and that's what really prompted me to do this video, because the kits themselves don't seem very expensive, about $13 I believe, but once you add the $8 for shipping, you're paying $22 for 6 of those little magnesium capsules, 6 of these. I think it's got an ounce of fat wood in it, which is not very much. It's a little bundle. Again, it was $6 for this big box. Look at all this fat wood. That was $6. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, spend a little more, get a whole lot more. I have several different bags. I have bags for my kids, bags for me, bags for my wife, and I want to make some fire kits to put in each one of them, especially my wife's bag, because it is mainly food. So she also is going to have a first aid kit, some fire starting, and some water purification in there, but not really a bug out bag. It's mainly our, I guess you could call our canteen. That's the purpose of her bag, because I have pretty much everything else, and then the kids' stuff is stuff for them to eat. My son's got, believe it or not, peanut butter and jelly, the MRE peanut butter and jelly, and the white bread, because he just loves peanut butter and jelly. He's a picky eater. So yeah, let's see if we can get this to strike. I'm not going to put any magnesium on it. I'm just going to try to spark it. Let's see what happens. Oh wow, look at that. And it did. Lit right up. That is awesome. So yeah, guys. $2.99 at Harbor Freight. $12 for 50 of these. 50. $6 for 30 of these. $6 for this. So what do we got there? It's about 30 bucks worth of stuff, but you can make, I mean, of course I bought 3 of these, so I guess you could add $6 more to that. So about $35 to $40 worth of stuff. But you could make at least, you know, I could buy a couple more of these, but I can make at least 3 fire kits for 40 bucks. That's like $13 a piece, which is what they sell those things for And I don't know, they just have some stuff in there I feel like you don't necessarily need. One of the bigger kits, that claims to be the boss, they say that, or they have a wire saw in them. And I don't know if y'all have ever tried to use one of those wire saws, but in my experience, they don't work very well. I have one in my truck survival kit, in my park bag, whatever you want to call it. That's a chainsaw blade with handles on it, basically, and it works way better. Those wire saws to me seem like they get stuck and just they just don't work very well. I've never been very successful with those. So yeah, that's the mini video for my fire starting stuff. This is again my series on spend a little more, get a lot more. So yeah, I'll be bringing you more stuff like that. Hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, that's it for this time. Sorry the sun's in my eyes. Here at the Keep My Five Alive Studios. Just trying to bring you some stuff that I think is interesting, some stuff that I found, and I'm trying to help you out, trying to help me out. We all need to try to do what we like to do here, spending as little money as possible. You can spend a small fortune on some of this stuff. So I'm just trying to find ways to do it as cheaply as possible. I hope you like it. Please comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. If you would like me to try to do something cheaper than something you've seen, wherever it may be, just let me know and I'll see what I can do about that. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Keep My Five Alive.